Hey, welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time, welcome to my channel. So today, as you saw in the title, I'm going to be attempting, because I've never done these before, I'm going to be attempting the butterfly locks or distress locks or whatever they're called. And this is the no crochet. So I am going to be using a crochet needle, but I'm not going to be braiding all of my hair back and then doing like a crochet method. So I just wanted to outline that in the beginning, because if that's what you're looking for, I'm not about to do that. So before I jump in to show what I'm actually going to be doing or attempting to do it, I want to go over what I'm going to be using so I can kind of get that out the way early, so I'm not trying to explain it during the time I'm using it. And also, once again, if you hear that little click in the lens, I'm so sorry. I'm still working on getting a microphone, so sorry about that. So we'll go ahead and jump into the products I'll be using today. So I'm starting off with freshly washed and blown out hair. What I'll be using to moisturize my hair is this Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula Length Retention Vitagrow. So it seems like it's more of a pomade, but it's a creamy pomade. So I feel like it's, one, not going to revert my hair, and two, it is going to truly keep my hair moisturized while it's in this protective style, because if we're doing a protective style, we want our hair to truly be protected. And on my parts, when I start to part my hair, I'm going to use the Shine and Jam. This is the honey one, the extra hold conditioning gel, because this is nourishing and it doesn't have alcohol in it, so it's not stripping or doing any damage to your hair. It's truly like holding and moisturizing a little bit. Then I'm going to be going in with 3 different tools. So I have this this edge brush, but I'm not using it for that. I'm using it for the end, because this end is very pointy. So I'm going to be using this to part my hair. And then I do have a actual edge control brush, which I'll be using obviously for my edges. And then also, like I said before, this crochet needle. I feel like everybody has this. It's like $2 or $1 or something from the beauty supply store. So I'll be using this. And then I haven't decided which edge control I'm going to go in with, but it's either the Ebon, the purple one, or the Edge Booster. So I'll be using one of them. Now on to the hair. So for the inside of the hair, which you'll understand soon, I'm just using Marley hair. So the kind that I'm using, I don't feel like is really important, because you can literally use any type of Marley hair. But I was actually sent some hair by Janet Collection, and I'll be using this to wrap my hair. And this is the Afro Nala Tress, and it's actually called the Curl Bay. But that's just what it says at the top. And this is in the color 1B, and it's supposed to mimic 4B hair. So what I will say is, at first I wanted to use this for exactly what this is, just the hair, and kind of make like a big afro with it. But then I realized I'm about to be going on vacation. I'm going near water. I want to get in the water, so I want some locks. And when I got the package, it says perfect for butterfly locks. So I was like, I'm definitely gonna use this. So this is the hair I'll be using today, and this is in 24 inches, so it's very long, which we love. So I'm gonna go ahead and begin to part my hair. Now I want to take this out of this bun, because like I said, I just blew out my hair. And if you've been following me for a while, you know that my hair is not thin, but it's not thick. It's like right there in the middle. But more recently, I've just been having a little issue with my hair, and when I blew my hair out this time, it's like the thinnest I've ever seen it. It's just crazy. So I'm very thankful to be putting in this protective style too. Like, I feel like you can see over here, like it's kind of see-through. Now some of that is just because my hair is thinner, but some of it is because like missing hair. But anywho, we're not here for that. So we're gonna go ahead and start to part the hair. And I am being brave today and not using a mirror. I may go get a mirror like once I don't even think I'm gonna get a mirror for real. I think I really literally just want to part it straight across. And that is why I wanted to use this super like pointy one, because I can literally just go straight across my scalp. And because my hair is blown out, you're not getting any resistance. There's no kink, so it should just be like straight across. So I'm gonna show you. Hopefully I did well. Let's see. Is it straight across? No? Do I need to go get a mirror? Let me go get a mirror real quick. It wasn't that bad. I feel like I did a pretty good job. So I don't think I really need a mirror. I'm gonna make my parts about this big, or my sections about this big. So I don't know if you can see that. And I think for the back, I'm just gonna do a solid 4 just to make it look nice. And then the next row, I'll probably try to keep it even in the middle. I think I'm gonna do them a little bigger. And then obviously, you know, in the front, I want them to be nice and clean, but I want to stick to a nice size. I don't wanna make them too small, because the way that I'm doing these locks, the locks are a little bit thicker. So I want them to not be thin little spaces, or what are they called? I don't want it to be small little sections with this big old lock coming out, because although I do think that sometimes that can be realistic, for me, I don't feel like that's my testimony. I don't feel like it would look realistic for me. So I don't want to do that. I feel like with people with thicker hair, they can kind of do that because they want more locks on their head. But for me, I'm okay. So I'm going to show you what the back looks like. So that's how big my sections are, and I'm going to continue to do that all over my head. So I'll come back when it's all done. So as you can see, I've done all of the parts now. So they're all in different sections. And what I actually want to do, just because of how my hair feels and I'm sure how it looks, I'm going to go through and just clip off my ends, because like all of these ends just need to go. So I'm not even necessarily like looking where I'm cutting. So when I take these out, it's probably not going to be even, but I can tell a difference. Like when I run through this one, it just goes straight down. Like I don't feel any roughness. But when I go down these, I can feel like the ends of it just feel super rough. So I'm gonna go through and clip those ends. But first, I'm going to show you how I'm going to get started, because I feel like I just kind of need to go in order with everything. So this is the back row, and I twisted it all the way down. And so first I'm gonna start off with that trim, and I feel like I should be, I do have this little mirror, so I'm gonna look in this mirror just to kind of watch where I'm trimming. And I'm just gonna cut all of this off because all that's not needed. Better already. Okay, so this is the hair that I'm going to start with. So I'm going to be putting on the Palmers to moisturize this section. And I'm putting on quite a bit just because like I really want it to get in there, and I really want it to like soften it up and really get in there. And then I'm gonna do just like a little bit of extra on the end. And so then I'm gonna go in with my Marley hair, and this Marley hair is 16 inches. 16. And I'm going to leave it in a half. So what I'm going to do is braid this Marley hair into my hair. So I'm literally just going to treat this like literally just like a braid. And I want to make sure I don't have any, one thing that's super important, to make sure you don't have any hair from anywhere else. So I'm making sure from up here there's no hair, and on the side I'm not pulling any of that hair. And then I'm going to continue to braid down. And because I have my natural hair in part of it, like this piece obviously is my natural hair, I'm going to braid down the length of my natural hair. That way when I'm cutting the locks out, when I'm done with them, I can cut it at where I can feel the braid. So the way that these locks are, obviously your hair is like hollow in the middle, but I will be able to feel a difference between this just regular hair, because it'll be more fluffy than this braid up here. So then I'm gonna go ahead and grab this hair from the Janet collection called Curl Bay that I mentioned before, and I'm stretching it out all throughout the whole piece because it comes with a really tight coily end. And for normal hairstyles and everything, that would be really good, but for this I don't need that curly end coming through. So I'm just going to stretch it on out, stretching it all. Oop. Silence that. So then I'm going to take my crochet needle and I'm going through my hair where my root is, and I'm attaching this Marley hair, and I'm going to close that loop, and then I'm going to bring this hair through. So it's just like how you would kind of crochet any type of hair. And this is why you have that protection, because now, because you put it through there, the hair is not pulling and like weighing down on the hair, if that makes sense, on your natural hair, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to pull it the length of all the hair like I did for the Marley hair. I'm going to leave one little short piece right here. And I'm going to leave that up here. And then I'm just going to begin to twist this hair. And you can actually do this loosely. So you don't want to do it tight, because you're not trying to make like a tight lock. You're just trying to make sure that the hair is getting around all of the under hair, like your hair and the Marley hair. And then every so often you're gonna put a thumb right here where you're crossing over. You're gonna put a thumb there, and then I did that one tight. You're gonna put your thumb there, and then you're gonna come out of that and let that go. And it's going to cause like a little bubble or a little piece of it coming out. And you can even go through and just grab a piece of that hair. So not all of the whole hair, just like a little piece of it. And then that will make that little dip, or I don't know, I don't even know what you call it, like the little bubble, or it's not even a bubble. It'll make that little piece stand out even more from a smaller standpoint. And so I'm just going down the length of this. So like I said, the Marley hair is 16 inches and the Curl Bay hair is 24. So it goes down the length of this 16-inch pretty well. Like, you only need one piece. So what I did was just cut off the rest of the Marley hair. And when I got to the end with the, I was doing a bad job of explaining what I was doing because I was so concentrated on trying to make it happen. But what I did with the end was I just went back up just with the tiny piece, and like you take the tiny piece and wrap it around the whole lot, and then it just stays. So then you have your lock. So I'm just going to continue to do that throughout my head, and then I'm going to show you again when I get like closer up here, the process again, just in case, because I feel like I did stumble over that a little bit. So I'll show you again when I get up here just for clarification, just to make sure I said it right. It wasn't you, it was me. We'll get it together. So here I'm just showing you up and close what it looks like to go ahead and feed that hair through so that you can see it just a little closer. And then I'll also show you how I ended up wrapping it. And here you can definitely see I'm doing a little more of the thumb trick to kind of get that butterfly distress look. And you'll see exactly what it looks like. And then that's really it. So if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. And that is all. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope you enjoyed it.